Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So last video we learned about login to user into our backend and verify user password and email, and we get back exactly the token object with token ID and the user ID callback. So for now, I'm going to save a set token on user browser, and we can use it on local user. Okay, so let's get started. I'll just open the project on my web storm, and as usually we got the API. It's for backend Nodejs, and web is exactly front-end React app, which uses for the user. And Rtmp is a Python code, and we will deploy this on Rtmp camera and take the video camera and send to our backend server, and user can watch the video. Okay, for now let's take a look at web app, and we need to save user information after they login successfully. So we got in store, and we got login, and here exactly the user data, and we got login successfully. Alright, for now I'm going to make a new property on my class this.current user. Or for example, this.token. The token is content with our user ID and ID. By default, it should be null. And or if by default I want to make a function this lot token. This lot token from store, local store. Right, so we got this function, and we have to create this function too. So we can do this by to try floating cost data equal local store dot get item. So I'm going to save a user with a certain token like that. And for here, I'm current token equal null, and we return token. And I'm going to modify token, so we make it to let, and so we can able to modify this. And try to token equal JSON dot parser and data we save on our local store, and cut error. Now just console, log it to console, enable decode the token from local store, something like that, with arrow. So that is how we do get local token from local store. By default, the web user reloads the browser. So for now, and I'm going to make a function right here, set save user token to local store. And on your app or your production, you don't have to name a function like this. It's too long, and for now I just named like this for you can understand much better. So when we successfully say login this, and here you can do current token equal using loadout function. We have to spawn data, and default give it no. So we use a loadout function, and here we have to import this, import underscore from loadout, and so here's okay, and here we return token, and we got the token, right? We do by this dot save user token to local store with token object, and the parameter in this function should be token object. And for now we can do by record string data equal json.string array token object. And now let's save our to local store, and here we got this z.token equal token object, and that means we set token in our class and string data local store dot set item, and we name the key and exactly the name when we get this. So set item to be token with string data. Right. Okay, so let's try it, and then in our component, let's see in our app and what we have the title, and in this case I am going to make a console log called current user equals store dot get current user. So how we do this, and we got store class and get current user, and we call it function, but function doesn't exist, so we have to create that and get current user. And exactly we can do this by cart. So we do like this and load token from local store, and we do return z.token. And after we save a user to local store right here, I think we have to update. Let's update our component, this app component. So we can call this update. This update function we did create before that. We in the last video call app, this app component we pass from in our app component. So we got initialize store, and with this exactly the app component. So we got current user is a get current user. So make a console log current user is current user. So for now, let's see what else. And we see current user is a null. That means, and so I want to remove this log because maybe on register they are like 90 RP user register and line 90, and so remove that, and we don't see more line into console. For now, let's see that current user is a null. So let's try to log in this. Alright, login. So actually I want to create a new function for the login. So, new link to have already an account. So let's see in our register, I want to make a link right here, action. Alright, so it should be a link like this. We can do a link like this and import a link from browser, but I want to make this a button. Should be a p tag tower an account already have an account, and we got a form button. So we got a form button. The form button for now, form button we didn't create form button. So let's see in our theme and form, and I want to create a new theme form button. So this form input and near export cross form button equals style, that's dot should be the button. Alright, form input and form action and form submit I recommend right here. And from style button with style. So in this, let's copy that one and go ahead, copy it from button, and we can import it right in the register action. And go ahead, use the form button with the title. Alright, should be try equal button, and already have an account login. So let's see what we have in account or login. Have already an account or login, or maybe we can create a new button or login. So, and the form action, we can display this. Alright, I can recommend the form action if you want to display 3 buttons and take on one line. So we can display equal flick, and flick direction to be draw, and that is how we may make create have an account, or maybe shorter text, or like that. And so okay, something I think that's cool. And here p tag and flick around to be 1, like that, and padding left to be 10 pixels. Maybe that should be good. Okay, so maybe you can create the account. So let's do that way and remove this. I can remove this, and form action want to display in one slide, so display flick. Right, so you got that. And button action left or action right. So I can recommend this to from submit. The from submit, and so we can do like this, and dip for action dip, for example, like that. And or even we can do from action lab, and here we got from action, so that's cool. And from action lab, and let's theming this from action lab, and here we got a from, so I pass course from action lab equal stylus dot dip with style. So let's see, got from action lab, I recommend it should be playground to be 1, and so that means so the we create account should be full width. And let's copy that. Let's create an account. Maybe on this button we I recommend we can disable button border equal none, like this, maybe like that, like login. Okay, I think that should be good. From button and from action, from button from submit, and bottom 1 pixel. So let's transparent. Right, so we don't see any border. Right, I like that. And when we click on the login button, I want to redirect the page into login. So how we can do that? Alright, so we remember we got a history file, and so we export course history, and we can go ahead and user it in the register form by import this history. And in WebStorm, I hit enter, control and space, and it automatically imports exactly file. So we can do by this. And once you click on formation or on click even, should be an even. And for now I want to make a function, a kill function in line. So we do like this. History, we call history.push, and let's try to do to login. So let's see how. Okay, so now I'm going to click login. Now you should see in the login, and the page version 3 lot is show up in the history and change the router in the browser. And I want to make a button for create an account right here, or create an account, but later. That is an example how that's why it is. And login and by to register. Alright, or login. Alright, that's how it works. So we got the login. Now get back to our main job. Is a store user to token, and here in our, now you see current user is a null. Let's refresh again. Now you see current user is a null, and I want to make a login with my email address and password 1, 2, 3, and 4. Login, and now you should see anything after login. We got successfully, but you don't see any message for now. I'm refreshing the page. Current user is a null. So what happened? After we log in successfully, let's see in our store. Alright, I got problem. The token is not implemented in this case. We have to implement in and return those data in exactly where is the login. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I placed the code in the wrong way, wrong place. So we got token, and here we token right here after we log in. Okay, so for now, let's try login 1, 2, 3, and 4 again. Now you should see current user E, an object with data and digit token ID. And current user with the ID create time, date, time when we created that user. An email and name are user ID. Cool. So now I'm going to implement a my name display on the header right the avatar image. So how we do that? By let's see, and we got the current user is that. And here I'm trying to add a new text user for now let's add 2, or even user title. And user title, and in this case I'm going to show that function with, let's see, we have to import underscore from loadout, and now we go ahead use the loadout function. So we add current user. So we can make a conditional right here if current user, and then we return user title, and otherwise we don't return anything. It's empty, no. And get user. Alright, get current user. Store.get current user, return z.token, and I believe using loadout function get token with user object. I just only want to get a user object, and we can make a function get token ID later. For now, let's get a user title. Alright, user with name, and default give it empty. Alright, so Alright, user title, we have to define this. Let current user and let current user and user title. And for now, let's try to make inline or our theming cross user title equal stylist dot. It should be 8 or even it should be div or a2 a3 div. Now let's font size should be 13 pixel. Font weight, for example, 600. And let's see. Now we see my name right here. Alright. User avatar. And problem E, and you set the user menu. Or maybe this. Wait, my name. Okay, so cool. So and where we can make a line height to be exactly header height should be 15 pixel, and we will padding right to be alright. So 10 pixel is enough. So let's copy that in our app, and so okay, so line height it should be exactly header height. Header height. Now it should be same. Okay, so that is my name. So one more time, I want to make a check when user is login. So they are visiting the user login router. So I think we can return to another title, another router. For example, we can return to their dashboard or so for now, let's remove this log. And so what we do like that in the login. So for example, in the login, in the contractor, and we got component Wilmer, component or example component Wilmer. So in component Wilmer, that means we got. Now I'm going to import the history. Import history. It's automatically import file by WebStorm. So I can check this current user equal store z.prop got store equal z.prop, and we got store dot get current user, and here if current user, and that means alright, user is a log in, so we need redirect him to other page. So for now I'm going to redirect him to a home page. Alright, so we call by history dot put, and for so to the main page. Okay, so let's see. Import. Alright, so import is the wrong place. Import should be the top. For now, let's again log in. Now you should see, again I want to visit login. It's automatically redirect me to default I return to the home page. We can redirect them to other page like the dashboard or something like that, but for now we dashboard is not implemented, so we return him to that. Okay, so that is how we return a user, and also the same for should be same. We can make a new function for global check in component, but for now I want to copy that on for same on register. Alright, register from when they are logged in, they can't check. component will map. We just import history and save that. And so let's visit the register. Okay, so that's how it works. Alright, sign in. Now I want to make a temporary to sign out one, but for later. Alright, so let's get back to our job. I want to make a list of camera, and user can management or share camera. That I want to dashboard and camera like that, URL like that. And right now we don't see anything because router is not implemented. So let's close all file. I am going to paste user and right camera. I think I'm going to make a new folder camera and make a file user camera .js user camera. In this file, I want to list all camera in the table. And other file, I want to make a new form or add .js. And then we add camera. Rename that to add camera. As camera. Okay, so let's define this class. So export default class add camera A10 component. And remember we have to import React and component from React. Okay. We can't check it. For now, let's don't net anything. So we render this. So return this by cost, and we remember we are using to stylist from stylist component and add cam wrapper equal stylist component dot div. Write something, but for now let's do this. Add camera wrapper, and here I try to make a sample, new sample for A2. Add camera, add new camera. Right, so that's how it makes it work. Right, we just add camera. So we need to implement the new router. So I want to make a router like dashboard camera. And we got add camera and user camera. So I want to copy that for real quick and user camera wrapper, rename that. And here we need to user camera. And so we got camera. Your camera list. Nice. So and then we can have a table for list all camera by index file. And now let's get back to our app. I believe we should implement a new router. So first thing I want to copy that, and we don't have to change this to dashboard and camera. It's a default and router prop, and this should be user camera. Now I hit enter, and you should see user camera component already automatically imports in top of app.js. This is a cool feature from WebStorm. Alright, so we got same store, add prop. Right, let's copy that again for add new camera. Dashboard camera and add. Maybe like that. And add camera. And I believe it should be add component add. Camera add. So for now, let's verify in our router. Alright, what happened? In user camera dot say add. Our problem is I didn't return it. Should return that, and the same we need to return. Okay, so we got dashboard camera. This is your camera list, and if you want to add one, this URL like this. And when we enter new camera and we set the public or private, something like that. Alright, for now, let's refresh camera list. And the first thing we need to work on as camera form. So now let's do this by alright, so we got the form as camera. I got the form. So we do have to import the form from our theme. We remember we got the form theme yet, and I want to use it exactly and the element of component with this user. And so when we change it should be applied to all the page, all the component in our project. So we can import form. Now let's import that form, and you should see it automatically. When I hit Control and Enter, it's automatically select file with this form. And form I label, form inputs, form action, and form aromatics, form success matrix, form submit. Right. Cool. Let's see what else. Okay, I think like that. Cool. And we got a constructor initialize this prop super prop is required, and this state camera equals to be an object. So for camera, I think it should be camera should be name of camera default. Let's for this. Anything else? Camera name public equal 4. So camera by default, the user wants to show the camera to someone else. Default I think keep it public equal 4. This is private, and only that owner can see the camera. Well, that's my idea, and we can implement later. Now public, and let's see what else. Name public. Okay, for now it's I think name and public. That's cool. As methods form, and we got new methods for this dot on submit equal this dot on submit dot by this. This name function you can name to any name of function, but for me I like this, and we got even. So we got on submit function right here. We can call on submit to an even and call this on submit. Alright, got it. And I don't want to form a reload. So even dot prevent default. We got the form item. Form item. Alright, form item is just the imported form item. Form item should be wrapped in. We got the form label. Label should have name. So name of your camera. Last, and we got the input. From input, but value equal, and here we can get default cost camera. This state should be exactly object we just define on our state, and we listen the value from camera name. So let's import loadout, and we are using loadout function, and we don't have to validate it undefined or something else. Value should be get camera, and the name default give is empty string, should be name equal name, and type equal take. And let's see, an on chain should be uneven. On chain we can make a function on take fill chain, and we have to create this function, this on take fill chain equal this take fill by this. Alright, so let's create that function with even. Got fill name equal even.targets.name, got fill value equal even.targets.value. So that is how we get a field name and value. Field name exactly the name of the field with this variable right here. So now we can set this. I'm going to set it by, so we do let camera from our state, this dot state, and so here we can change it camera and field name and equal field value. So here we can call this set state, and to make our state change, camera to be camera, right, like that. So I want to copy one more thing, that is a field select, or public or private, or I will checkbox, something like that, checkbox with name, right, for name to public. So name exactly the name in camera properly, public file. So maybe check equal, or I think we can value equal this dot state dot camera dot public. But I want to use a loadout, and here we can make this. Let's get. Alright, so let's see about checkbox. Alright, so I'm missing myself, it should be input. So, right, we got the same for my name. Let's copy the label and is the public camera, and it should be active user with the from input right here, and should be type equal checkbox, input type equal checkbox. And for now on chain, I am going to make a new function on checkbox, on checkbox field chain, on checkbox field chain. This on checkbox chain dot by date. Alright, so it should be the same, but we got it even. Alright, I want to do console first, console log even target, and let's see. I believe we can get crotch is a check equal even dot target dot check, like that, maybe that, but we need to console log is check, but alright, got an event right here, and we make that easy debug. I want to make a debug right here, and the value name camera. So name public. So default I maybe try for. Let's see, camera as even dot prevent default on submit. Alright, this on submit, we don't need it. Okay, so for now I think it should better. Okay, now I'm trying to make it in console. Let's check it. And so you see an event and each check, and again each check equal 4, and so see that really cool. So in this case we got each check, and we make set this cause name equal event.targets.name, and we make sure the name for now should be a public, and tar equal checkbox, and you can set the form item, and here I recommend to make a form checkbox item. And so we have to define that in the theme. First thing in from checkbox item, and in our theme we need to like parse cause item equal stylist.div and something. Checkbox item I recommend copy is nil on the form item, because I'm going to copy that and display flag form item. Okay, so let's keep that. We got a camera and label and public. Alright, so I think we can label public. So flex direction for now it should be round. So I want to make a public and checkbox in the one line. So it's a public camera, and here we can form label should after. Alright, I think that should better. So it's a public camera. And we add some in the theme, we add some padding, maybe form label, and we can add some padding or inputs. Okay, so keep that for default, and we don't steam much anymore. So for example, ID equal is a camera public, and so we got HTML4 equal is the camera public. So maybe like that. I want to click on the label and it's keep check. So for now we can click on label and see that check. Okay, so cool. Name, and I want to make this console log to verify name equal exact console log name. I got public, really cool. And here I go ahead, copy that. This camera equals state, and relog this. And so camera name right equal is a check. Alright, is a check. Like that. Digital sets states camera. Okay. So we got to name a camera, for example, kitchen camera, like that, and we public or private. Default is not public, and we I think we need to add a new button right here. So button. So we got the form action. Inside the form action. Right, so you see my son, he's singing. He learned to sing. Maybe he's become to singer later. Alright, so for now, you can do by from submit. Remember from submit we got and try equals submit. From submit we give it some label equal created. So we got create that when we call to submit. And here we can see, I don't bring any log to the console when we run submit, but if you want to do something, and here I want to make a form action lab. We need to copy that inside from action lab, and we have to import that action lab. And here I got a new button for form button from item from button, and from button we didn't import that form submit, and from button that copy the name of form, and we have to import this as well. I want to give its name is cancel and trace equal button. So that means I want to give cancel button right here. If user don't want to create, and click right here and give it them gets back to index file. So on click equal an event and nothing, right? We don't need to use any event right here. We need to import it from history. And see, in WebStorm it's automatically imported. That's a very cool feature and very fast in development. So we can call history.put, and we want to get back to exactly and camera, dashboard, and camera. Let's see. Click that, and we see user take user to his camera list, and you can back right here and back right here. Cancel. Alright, cool. And we may add a new button in camera list. Add new camera or new camera. Okay, so get back to our adding camera. I want to execute this function. So we got the name of camera. Here in the case when we submit it, and we are sending this by course store equals this prop, and here we can call store dot add camera. Alright, so we got store a file, right? We can make a new function add camera object. And which callback function should be default give is an empty function. Add camera exactly when callback to the service, and so request a port which camera object to our backend. For example, we can call it this.service.port. An API path for now, I recommend API camera, and that's camera. Or for example, API me and camera, or ask camera, and should be a port method which body is a camera. Okay, so and then response, we can do something right here and return callback. And error is null and response just data. And we can catch any error and return callback, error and null. That is how we use a callback function. And we call this API service camera and me. That means we can request to a backend with a user token. So remember, we got a token in server, and here when we request a port and port, let our service and port, I am going to make an option with like this. So current user equals this dot store dot get current user, and if current user, and we now add a token ID to header. So basically we can do like this: card token ID equal using loadat, and we make sure we need to import loadat. Import underscore from loadat, and here I want to get exactly from current user. Alright, so I don't want to create current user because we get current user is only return a user object. So I want to make get current user token ID. So in that we can do return get the token and this ID. We just need that only. So right in DK we can add this service. Right, get back to our service. Get current user token ID equals this get current user token ID. Right, this is function we need. If current user token ID, and here we can, so for now let's do this. Right, option. So default option equal a new object right here. Option, or I'm going to set user loadat function. Option equal set underscore set width and object with option, and we got header dot authorization. Right, let's verify that. Let's run the postman, and we should authorization, and in the header it should be authorization. Let's copy that, and you don't need to capture this. So for now, and we got the option. That means in our port request method, we include the user token in for our backend could be verify this. Right, so let's see in our store, and we call API me and camera, and this means create a new camera, which camera from user input. But now let's try this, submit, and should see an error because backend API is not implemented. So for now, let's say my kitchen camera and public. That set it to default. Alright, let's submit. Nothing happened because in on submit we didn't call anything. We call star as camera. With camera. Camera it should be from our state. equals z.state. And here we got the camera first function and callback function with error results. So for now we got a matrix set on state. Should be default try equal success and default matrix or SC equal default null. So we can make one slide of code in our this. If alright, so got a matrix right here, and if matrix gas. So we do cost matrix. Right, I'm going to turn off my Skype. Cost C equal load that function gas matrix and default null. So we can make a check if matrix and then, or if matrix and then we do like this. And then we can make cost matrix times equal gas matrix times and default it for success. So then we can make a like if matrix type equal success, right? That, and we got matrix from success matrix, right? And here we return some matrix, and all the way we return from error matrix with some matrix. This is one line of code, but it makes too long, and we can matrix, and all the way return nothing. Cool. Close brackets. So let's see. Oh no, we don't need to upload it. Right. Verify this. Right, error matrix. If matrix, and then check this. We success and all the way. Okay, so much better. Like I want to make match if matrix sign, and okay, so let's remove that matrix. Okay, so we do like this. If matrix and matrix times equals success, and we do like this from matrix equal for matrix for success matrix. Close this, and on the right return null. And here we can copy matrix. Let's copy that again. If we got error, so matrix should be from error matrix. Okay, so that worked. And now we can add camera and research, and if error do z.set state in new line matrix should be type equal error, and sc equal, I'm going to get error response data error matrix, and by default give is an error. So we don't know exactly what error, but default that should be an error. So we'll copy that, and type should be success. I got a matrix error, and simply in this case we don't see the symbol. Alright, camera has been saved. And exactly you can do by camera name. We can get this by camera. Just name had been created, something like that. And here I want to make a return a user to their list, for example history dot push, and we return to dashboard and camera. Right. Okay, so we got a result right here, and we don't use any results. So for now, let's keep it underscore, maybe like that. Right. Again, now I'm trying to make a kitchen camera, and it's a public and create. Alright, what happened? Add camera like 63 underscore remember import loadout from this 63. Alright, click on this and it should be okay. So it's the it should be results. Let's do that. Arrow result. Kitchen and create that. And look like nothing happened. Pause camera and got we got an error right here. So an error. Because we don't have we didn't import a new router, so we have to do that in our backend. So let's get back to our API and model, and I'm going to make a new file in the camera. Let's say yes. And camera export, not export, right? Class camera. Constructor should be an app. G.app equal app. So I'm going to make a new function in camera create. Create should be a camera object. And callback of function should be returned to an empty. For now it's empty. Alright, you can do by zip app.db.collection. So I'm going to create a new collection in our database is a camera. And we can insert one with camera object. And the second parameter should be an error or info. Right, that's how it works. And we need to validate a camera. And we cross camera equal name should be a string. Alright, object. Right, I'm using loadout guess object with name, and default is empty string. Import. No, in backend we are not going to Ep6. We can't import like front end, so it's a native Nodejs. So we have to do cross underscore equal require loadout. And now go ahead and use loadout. For now, we can make a temporary check by we require some validation. For example, camera name equal require. So we do that by if. So let's do this. Cross name equal loadout function get object and name and default is null. And we try to if name not name, and that means we return callback with error camera name is required, and callback with result null. And then we can do that name create a time, new date, and we got a user ID. And so user ID. So how we can get user ID? Alright, so for now, alright, this should be an object. It will be an object ID. So it called user ID equals get object with user ID. Default is no. Do that if user ID, if not, return this callback. It's an error. User is required. Camera owner is required. The camera should have someone is the owner, and so no, like that. And user ID, get user ID no. I'm going to modify this user ID. Let user ID. And here we make let if user ID type user ID is either equal string. So user ID equal new object ID, and we have to import the user object ID from MongoDB. Cars object ID equal require MongoDB, and we to import that, and we can use it. That means if user is a string and we need to convert string into object ID and insert into our database. Insert one, collection insert one, and here we do by one line of code if error return callback, and should be an error in inserting new camera, no value, no results, and otherwise we can return callback and no error, and with info should now camera. So we gotta create new camera, and if you want to make a case, so for example, camera equal new or this map. This should be a collection, cache collection, and we can use a cache later. But import, cars or this map from immutable. Alright, so it's we require immutable. Alright, we got new on this map, and here after we create successfully, say camera to cache. In this case, call camera string, and we can call this dot add camera to cache with ID should be camera dot ID and camera object. We need to create a new function for store in cache. Add camera cache with ID and camera. So this camera equals this camera dot set with ID and camera. So ID should be a string. So we can verify this if type ID is not equal string, and then ID. Alright, ID equal new. Alright, so ID, we can do ID equal using load that function to string ID. So this should work. Okay, so that we can save the camera to the cache and make a query further. Alright, so in this last case, we can make a function lost camera with ID and ID, and with the callback function should be an empty like that. Okay, so we can make it later, loss function later. Okay, focus on our job. So now we make a new camera function. It's okay. So we have to create a new router in user and me, and I believe we should be copy that. This should be a port method, and here create a user API me or API me camera. I want to create router like that. API user me and API me camera. Alright, so API me camera. And so we have to change the router in our web application. In store, we create a new API me camera. Alright, cool, that's cool. Exactly. API me camera. Let's copy that and make sure everything correct. Alright, camera. And change the creation right here as new user camera. So we do app.port. We are using port methods. I'm sorry. And so we request, respond, and snake. So first we need to do a return something. Response handle, make a function, response handle at the top, file, response handle. And that means we return successfully with response and data with something hello there. And the code should be 200 by default. Now let's copy that into our Postman and we make a test. API me and camera. It should be port. And now API camera should be as many. So we got the hello there. And so what happened is we need to validate a user equal exactly only allow the owner to accept it. So we can do by this cause user equal. So we need to do we remember in our token we got a token, we got a verified token. So we have to verify this token, and that means we can make a new validation. Right here I'm going to make a function. Alright, source verify token. Example allow allow tk allow authenticate user. So that's mean, what does it mean? Allow authenticate user. And we have to create that function, and I believe we do that. And with middleware for checking a user which token accept ID. Alright, so we do by cars where for now let's copy again. Allow user equal, we got a request and respond and next. Should be a function. Right, so I am going to authenticate. Okay, so that's okay user. And so we need to copy that back to our allow authenticate user. And so for now, I'm going to make a test. Cursor log. Hey, you call me with some request.body. And let's see. Now if I hit this and internet works, we should see a pause camera. And we don't see anything, but back in the server, you see a log in the console. You call me with a name and public true. So we don't return anything. That means I will show you how to. And here I'm make this by console log. Alright. H kill me. For example, you reach me like that. And now let's try again. Hit that, and you only see you call me, but we don't see this method. That means we didn't return anything right here. If you connect, and now let's see what happened. Server is restart, and again now I hit create us, and now you should see, hey, you call me, and oh, what happened? It's a network problem. We got a return because we call response handler, and now if that is returned before we console log. And again, now disable neck, and now you should see anything. Clear that. We should back to camera, add camera, and add something. Create that. You should see, hey, you call me, but you don't see any other methods reach me. So if I allow Nick, that's me. Now you should see create, we should see hello Nick, reach me. That is how we do middleware. And here in this case, I want to make a new validate function by cart let token ID equal. I'm going to load that function get request dot get authorization. That's if not token ID, and then we can get token ID equal get from request dot query dot out, and that means now we console, hey, you call me request with token ID. I can debug right here. And for now, I don't want to connect. For example, now you can connect error, and let's see what error. And for example, now let's see, try to make a new method. We should see an error. And let's get back to camera, and here's something else right here. We got error. So, and see in our, hey, you call me, and token ID is undefined. So what's up if I refresh the token? We got 3000 token ID, and let's copy one, and we paste to our authorization header. Let's copy that and send this. You call me authorization. Oh, sorry. Problem. Okay, so again, try this. So let's get back to our user me, and we can authorization. Let's copy query dot out. And now get authorization authorization get token and request again. For now, let's see, it's authorization to camera, and hello, you call me, and should be undefined. So if not token ID, so I'm going to copy that from where token we verify this, and so this means so token equal request authorization token ID. Again, let's send it. You call me, it should be undefined. I got problem because I didn't check this. That means we need to check it, and we can get, for example, now I return R, and now send again in our console. You should see hello, you call me with user token ID, and here we got the token ID. And so finally we can do this by make a function. No, check this if not token ID. The first thing we need to return, we can make a return right here, and return error handler. We can return error handler with response, and method should be accept, deny, and default code. So let's see. Right, this is what we see in if user don't port data with accept token. Now see that she accept deny. Alright, so let's add a token to header. Let we don't see anything, and otherwise I think we have to L and Nginx. We Nginx like that. Alright, so Nginx like that. And now again, now you should see hello there. And if you don't see port any out token, you should accept deny and get this. But problem is, let's try it to change it to anything and should see hello there. We should validate this token and return. So how we do validate that? An algorithm. Now let's verify this token. Right, so we call this app. App dot, we call app right here. App dot matter dot token dot verify with token ID, and call back function arrow and result. Now it does mean we can do this by alright, we check our if error, and we can return error handler with response, and matches accept denied with curse, and otherwise we return Nginx. I recommend to request dot something like this Nginx, or we can do return Nginx with a result, something like that. Maybe like that, or even try to. Okay, so let's see what's in our or return Nginx. For example, in this case, let's return something goes wrong, and we can get accept deny. And if you copy with the real token ID and copy that, and we should see hello there. That means it's a verified token, and we can result. Alright, so maybe like this. Request dot contact TTX equal, right, for example, something like token equal results. So maybe in alright, return Nginx, And so in this case, when we set, we can do by handle if error. Camera allow user request and next. Here to make a new console.log request.cth, maybe like that. And try again, hello there, and cth is undefined. So after debug, I got problem E, we set request.cth, but in that I get cth like that, contact. So we contact, and here, and request.contact cth, and now it should see. Again, I've submitted it. Then again, now you should see a cth with a token, and that means verified token. We got it. And for now, we got a user ID, or exactly a user. Verify me, and this token with ID. This is user, but I want to get exactly should be a token ID. So in the token, I'm going to make this function for easy to do. So make a function load token. Load should be a token ID, and callback equal should be a default function. And the first thing we need to load is the load in case, and check if ID type ID is not equal string, and then we format it to string ID equal to string due to that load that function. And here we try to make a curl guess token in case. We got token in cake, and otherwise first cross token in cake. So we use this function token dot get ID. So if token in cake, and here we simply return callback error equal null, and token should be token in cake. That okay, so that works. And otherwise we can return an otherwise need file in db. So we call this app.db.collection in token and file 1 with a query parameter, or even I recommend file with query equal ID it took new object. So we can take this called token object ID equal new object ID with ID. Let's see. Alright, we just import that. So called token object ID to be null, and we should be do like this. Token object ID equal new this, and should be modified, so we change it to let and able to, and catch error. So for now, let's log this an error. Okay, so for now, let's try ID should be token object ID, and we limit 1 and 2 arrays with arrow and results. And here we can do if error, we return this, return callback error token not found, and result should be null. And otherwise, now I can do like this: code results, code token equal load that function get results. Result should be an array. I want to get the first item of array. and default give is null. And we can take this or not token and return like that, and all the way return callback with the function new no arrow and token. And here I think let's recreate, and here we need to add token to cake. And after we load that, we also catch this for later and don't have to query to DB anymore, like that. So this dot add token to cake with ID. ID should be an ID right here. ID, and to make sure IDs, you want to make sure this two string ID and verify. And here we need a token object. Oh, that worked. So we load this, and in our router, we don't have to call verify. Call to load this token.load with token, and here I think we should get it. Hi there, and this exactly we got token with ID and user ID, and that is token ID. Alright, verify that. And if I change it to an invalidate token, we got a set deny. And in the context, we don't see anything here. Okay, so that worked. We got context token. CTX is a context, and for now, let's go ahead to use it. And user camera, and I can do like this. app.matter.camera. And we just create a new camera, but we have to import it into our model. Export equal camera. And that means go ahead to import camera module into index module. So do by this key source camera equal new camera should be up. And we have to import camera as well. Camera to camera. Alright, so we got camera and it's not line. So it should work. And this means router, we can call this model camera dot add dot create object. For now, we do cut camera equal request dot body. And it makes this by if not camera, and we return arrow handle response, and is this camera is required, and default code should be give is right like that. And so for now we do by camera equal using loadout function set which camera. Camera and modify this, we change it to less, which property user ID should be request.ctx.token.user ID. Alright, so we got token request from in our middleware, allow authenticate middleware. So request, I'm using the loadout function to make sure this request should be ctx.token.user_id, and make sure that you don't have to check and define value set with. And here we can do by app.more camera parties with the callback function arrow or results. And here let's copy this and check if error, return error handler with response and matches error. And otherwise, return with exactly result. Okay, so let's see, make a test. And the verify server running again. Now I'm going to submit a camera from our camera kitchen cam, and it's a public true and create that. We got a set deny because let's see in our post method, let's see in header, and I believe we didn't send authorization. Okay, so problem is we didn't send authorization in service, right? In service, set with okay, header authorization. Alright, so make a console log option, and first thing current user token ID, and let's see attach cam. See in console we got this. Alright, we got token ID, but what happened in option? If current user ID and set with unreserved. I believe we set this right here. And you know option, sorry, to make a test after we set it, and let's see we did set option. Right, option is always new. What happened right here? Option equals set option with header. Alright, with the value should be a value current token ID. Now let's take again. Alright, kitchen cam and set it. Let's set deny. Okay. So maybe like this and kitchen, and we got a header. Alright, so at default give is an empty object. So we got the camera list to get back, and that means the user is either able to add a new camera. And let's see in our stream, and collection should be camera. And here we get a data name is kitchen, and user ID is the object ID. It belongs to me, and should be from token user ID. It should be same with user camera. And later we can query his our camera. Right. So for now we got back. That is successfully we create a new camera. And here in our camera list. And in the camera, I want to add some more property in our cloud and in our service in camera and in our camera model. And when we create new camera, I recommend like this. And we got user ID, we got public equal get object, and we need to do that get object called public equal is a public equal get object. Alright, public and default for, and if object return true or 4 like that. we only make sure the public property should be a bool value. And otherwise, I think should be add some more feature is light. It should be default should be 4. When they are think camera should be 4 because they are not connected. So default light is 4. Okay, for now like that. And last connect equal null, default null. Okay, create a time and last connect. That means last time is retry connect. Line 4 is a connect equal 4, default 4. And last connect live is this mean camera is a live stream video, stream live video, send video to server. And is a connect, that means it's a web socket and client of the camera being connected. Right, we can use that later. Now let's change it back and we want to delete this document. All right. So again, let's add new camera. For example, my cam and should not public. Create that. And let's see in our data we got this name camera, user ID public 4 and live 4, last connect null and either connect for that object we need. Okay, in our camera list, I want to get an ensemble table in camera. So for example, make it really quick in our component page camera and user camera. So for camera list, make a table and tier has name. Right, let's copy that. We got a name and let's see how nice is a connect. Connecting is a connect. And alright, so let's see last connect. Right, so got that, and we got a new route for body, t body, and tr td, and copy that. But 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that's enough. For example, kitchen and live 2, something like that. Okay. Connect. Last connect. Okay, something like that you see in the table with this. So later we can teaming a table, this table much better. For now it's keep it default. Okay, so here I want to get the list of all camera. So how we do that? You know, when we create a new camera and now by default I want to this a pros and this component will mount and we call this cross store equals this.prop and I want to store dot get user camera like that. I want to call like that. And in this case we got this, or even I think we can do like this. And component will mount or Oh, we don't need this, maybe. Right, cross store go z.prop. Okay, and we got cross camera equal store dot get user camera. This function we need to do this. So implement this function in store.js with get user camera. So we got this z.camera equal. Alright, so new artist map. Import artist map from immutable. Mutable. Right, make sure we install immutable in our project. Alright, see in our package. Right, we don't have immutable in our React project, and we do install it. And open that in our web. Make sure you are on this web swap and npm install and save that immutable. Copy that. Okay, immutable already installed. Now you should see the version in our package.json, and we go ahead to import automat immutable. Alright, new artist map and it's empty. Get the user camera and user camera. Do you name that function? And here we can do by console log user camera equal to camera. So we see the method user camera is undefined because we didn't return anything. Get user camera. I'm sorry. User camera. That should be capture that function. Let's say we copy that. And store and return this. Return this.camera dot. For now I think we can do like this dot. Alright, sequence value sequence and return that. Okay, for now let's see what else. Let's shoot object. Now you should see an object camera inside equal 0. That means no item in user camera. So I recommend to make this. This is the fake camera. This camera. This, or I recommend this camera. And this dot is the fake equal and something like this. Is a fake camera user camera equal 4. So by default this user is the fake camera is equal 4. Let me make this. If this dot is the fake dot user camera, and that is a fake after it already fake, and we can make an if not fake, and then we can set this. This dot is the fake user camera equal to. Alright, and then we now fetch our camera from server. So we can do by this dot service dot get API functions would be API me and camera. No, should be the same when we call, but it's different methods. It's same endpoint, but you know, port, and here is the get. And the get method should be we got a then response do something. It should be a list of camera and catch an error. So we don't do anything, just console log, make a log and able loading camera with arrow. So we can reach get user camera. Alright, so I believe get user camera and nothing. So it's console log. Okay, so nothing. And in this case, do by cos camera equal response dot data. And if camera dot length, and we do this. Using loadout function h, we loop array through camera and should be cam. We cos id equal to loadout function cam with underscore id is a camera id. So we can do this by make a function add camera to kick with id cam and this camera equals this camera dot set id and cam, and we make a either reload either up reload component load equal default reload for, and that means if reload we call this update, and in this case we call this as camera to kick with id and cam object, and reload should be false. We don't reload until after complete. We call it update right here. So right, we got API get camera, and let's implement a set token in our get methods. So let's get back to our service page with JS. We got it with option, and here should be option. Alright, I'm going to copy that, and we need to set the option add authorization to the option as well, and here we remove the log. Okay, so let's see in our networks we got the guest camera which response is not found, and let's see in our header edit, and so we see an authorization. That means work this guest method adds appending a new authorization token is working. So we do need to implement a new router in our backend. So we can do this in our camera and router, user camera router, and user me, and we do let's copy that user me get user me camera guest owner camera, and here let's up dot get user API me and camera with request function. Right, we got middleware, same thing, allow only authenticate user and request and response and next. That is how we use middleware in our Express.js. So much better, we got a set. Now we remove this, and here we can do this by call the user exactly request token, and here let's find. So we can do by got after matter dot camera dot file. So we got a file function query and return with error or result. Alright, if error, return error handler with response and matches. Alright, error right here. And close. Not found maybe right like this, and otherwise we return response handle. It means successful response and result. Okay, so the query we need to do, cause query equal, we should a user ID. Right, user ID equal user ID. We make a query like this. If user ID type user ID equal string, and that means a string, and we do user ID equal, and that means we may change to less because we are going to modify this parameter. Just a new object ID, and make sure we import it at the top. Equal require MongoDB. So now we go ahead to use. So where is that? User camera, right here. New object ID, user ID. Okay. We can make a limit and filter a limit and skip later. For now, I want to fetch all user camera. So app model camera file. So butterfly function, we don't have a file function in the camera. So we have to create us with a new function file, and query should be an object, and return. Alright, query return. Query an option. And finally should be an option. Right, so query an option. And finally should go back. Default should be an empty function. And here that option, router, query, and option. So cost option equal what we need to get all. I think I want to get ID equal to, and name to, created to, online to, and last connect to. Let's see what else. Last connect is a connect to, and created to. That is all the field we need to do. File second parameter is the option. Right, we got file function, and here we got query option. So let's name this query Q. Okay, we do by this.arp.db.collection should be a token. Camera. And we find which query option, and we limit default I want. We don't have implement limit function, but default I should be limit to 100 camera, too many, and 2 hours. Error results. So let's do return callback with if error. If error, we return an error, or maybe not far. Or the way error is not far. Alright, error. All the way no, and result. If error, we return an error message which not found, and otherwise we return a null with a result. Make a one line of code, and that means let's see what we here. Now I am going to refresh it. Now you should see a guest with the response, and what we have an array of items like this. Okay, really cool. So that means in our camera, let's close all of the file and get back to our React application in the camera and user camera index file. I'm going to loop everything, and so now return this to CC camera with object is a 1, size 1. That means user has one camera. So we need to loop map this camera. Alright, I'm going to map this by camera. Does map. A function should be a cam and index. And let's copy that. We do need to return it. And default in React we should have key when a map function you loop show index. And the name should be load that function get cam name. Right, remember import load that underscore from load that get name, and I'm going to copy that is the connect. Alright, is a connect. Let's see. Is the connect. And we got last connect. Or is a connect and last connect. Last connect should be last connect no. And we check this. It should be a datetime. And for now, last connect should be right. I'm going to import the movement. Alright, install. Just make sure you are in the web folder. npm install and save a movement. Alright, so we got the movement, and I'm going to import movement from movement. And that means we are going movement to format this if guest camera. So last connect. If last connect is not new, in our database default is new. It's not new. That means if guest cam last connect, and then we use a moment and format this. And format with, and here I think we do like this. Cross last connect equal get cam. Alright, so it's simple, and we done it and use it again. Movement last connect dot from now. That means, and otherwise return disconnected. Last connect. And so if is a connect and that connected. Alright, disconnected. Let's see. Right, so we got the name camera and disconnect. Default is disconnect and is a connect disconnect. Alright, and slide is disconnect T and last connect and line and is connect and last connect. And this should be live. Camera is live, so live or offline. So camera now is offline, and its name of camera, and is a disconnect and it's disconnect and lattice and last connect. Remove that. We need to 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cool. That's cool. Okay, so that is how we list all the user camera, and as the next video we can format the table much better. Alright, for example, now I want to add a new camera and I want to make a new button. Alright, for example, new button and action button. Action button, for example, now let's do that cross action button equal stylus dot button with something. Action button border none and padding 10 pixel and font weight should be about 600. Right color. Right, font size. Like that, we got action, and here add new camera. Let's see. We got add new camera right here, and I don't think we got a background. Right. Stylus background none. Okay, should be camera. Okay, so we got to add new camera, and I'm going to implement this by import history. And so here we can, when we click on click equal even something. Here I'm trying to history dot put with dashboard use camera dot add, maybe like that. Let's see, add new camera, right, like that. And here I'm going to add new, for example, right, one is a public. Yes, create that. Now problem is we don't see any one camera I just added, but even it's automatically in our database. So how we do that? And if you refresh this, it should work, because when you refresh the browser, it automatically refreshes our request on the server and get all the camera. But I want to don't refresh when the user adds camera. Remember when we add new camera in store.file, we get add user camera. Add camera. When we call back this, it's exactly camera data. And for now, I want to do this by cross camera equal response dot data and cross ID equal camera. I'm using that function get camera and underscore ID, and we can call this dot set. Alright, we can call this dot add camera to cake with ID and camera, and should be update too. In this case, we need to update that. Again, now refresh browser. I'm going to add new camera, for example, and kitchen camera, and the private or public. True. Now you should see kitchen camera. Right, cool. And if you want to add more public, common and ts public, and let's copy that. If get camera public, and this means public public, otherwise private, like that. And you should see all cameras. This camera Gara is a private and public. Okay, so that is how we add new camera. And the next Alright, I'm missing one thing, part couple thing in our project. We need to add a new secret key. I believe we do like this. When we add a new camera, so we have to generate a new secret key. Select close this and get back to our API and malware and camera. We have to add camera to kick and one camera, and here I want to add stream key. It should be a streaming key. Streaming key it should be right. Streaming key. It should be streaming key. We need to generate streaming key by this cross streaming key equal a new object ID anything and to string like that. I recommend that. And again, now you should see I'm going to create a new camera 2.1 camera 2.1 and public, and see, and in our database we should see a new camera with streaming key. As a streaming key, this key we can use it and add to our Python, add to Raspberry Pi. So in our Raspberry Pi we can config with a server streaming process, and we can add more streaming key right here. Default is my username right type in, but we can use a streaming key that we can show up to user. The streaming key should be secret and no one can see it until user want to share it. Okay, so that is how we can implement later in our Raspberry Pi device. Okay, so thank you for watching video today and see you in next video. Bye.